Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all, and I'm back at it again with another video. But before I get into this video, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunt, or your snack, and tell your man or sneaky link that you will call them back because Prime just dropped a new video. So this story time takes place in late September of 2021. I'm on Grindr. I run into this fine light-skinned boy. He real fine. He 22. I'm 19 at the time. And I'm just ooh, he's just fine as shit. He got 3 pictures. I'm okay, he not DM. His whole profile is perfect. In his profile, it say verse top. I'm oh shit, this is nice. Usually I don't run into a lot of verses. It's usually either be just a top or a bottom, or verses who really be bottoms, or verses who really be tops. And I'm okay, cool. This might be a real thing. Can't wait. I'm excited. Cool. I'm reading his bio. He's talking about he looked for a fuckwit buddy. He look good. Man is 6'6". Everything. I'm damn, he's tall as fuck. Tall as fuck. He was super slim fit. Nice to the abs. He had skinny arms, but they got the veins in it. So it was cute. Nice pink lips, curly hair, brown eyes, just fine light-skinned boy. But he was so light-skinned, he was a French vanilla light-skinned. He's so light-skinned that if he was running from a crime scene and you was the witness, you would probably tell the police officer that he was a white man, because that's how light-skinned he was. So as I'm typing to text this fine-ass man, he literally texted me first and was hey, what's up? I'm oh shit. What a coincidence. So I erase what I'm typing. And I'm hey, what's up? I was literally about to text you. He oh, for real? I'm hell yeah, you fine as fuck. We gonna call this man Andrew. So Andrew nah, you fine as fuck. Where you been all this time? I'm shit, where you been? We flirting. It's really cute, but it's also man, corny as fuck. So eventually we talking for a little bit, and then we move to Snapchat. He trying to link up the same night. I make another excuse why I can't link that night. I forgot exactly what I said why I couldn't link. But I was just pretty much telling him, I'm hey, it's not going to be tonight. But, let's keep in contact. So, we end up moving to Snapchat. And I want to say, me and him was talking for about a good 2 weeks. Because when I really like somebody, I'm, hooking up on the first night. I kind of take my time and build up chemistry. If I really, really fucking like you. And he was really fine. And I'm okay, cool. I really want to get to know this boy. He's not really my type, because I really don't have a type. But he was really a vibe. Eventually, we stopped texting and we started being on the phone. He had a nice ass voice. Not really deep, but it was very smooth. He need to make an audiobook type voice. It was nice. Eventually, being on the phone with this man, he fucks around and convinced me. But at the time, baby, let me remind you, it's September, late September of 2021. Baby, my license was suspended. I'm look, I can't even slide on you if I wanted to. My license suspended. Mind you, he had his own car, but he look, I only got a little bit of gas in it. I'm not trying to fill that shit up right now, so I'm gonna send you an Uber with your address. I'm okay, cool. So I sent him my address. The Uber is there in 25 minutes. I almost missed it. He had to call me. He was oh, your Uber outside. Because I was oh, shit. Because, I was still, getting myself together, the bits and pieces, here, had to put an earring in. Because, sometimes I put an earring in. So, I hurry up, put that motherfucking earring in, and I'll run outside. My Uber driver is a nice, middle-aged man. He oh, I got Bluetooth if you want to listen to music. I'm oh, okay, period. Put my music on, and we ride out. He don't talk to me for the rest of the ride. The ride was a long-ass ride. It was a 30-something minute ride. And I'm texting Andrew. I'm Andrew, get this man 5 stars, because he cool as fuck. He don't let me listen to the Bluetooth, and he's not talking my motherfucking ear off. He okay, cool, laughing emojis. Whew, bitch, after a motherfucking while, I eventually get there. I was god damn, I was getting to the point I'm getting bored. I'm shit, I'm running out of songs, because usually I'll be having 5 songs on repeat that I really be fucking with. And I done rotated them motherfuckers 2 times. I'm like, damn, I'm not really trying to play no new shit. I'm really not trying to play no new shit, but whatever. And so I'm starting to play new shit, and then eventually we get them. He's already waiting for me outside. I'm like, damn, it's dark, so I didn't really see him at first until I started walking up, and I'm like, Andrew? He like, Dante? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey. You know, he give me a hug. Y'all, this man smells good as fuck. I was like, I'm hugging him. I'm like, oh my God, what you got on? I don't know if it was cologne, body oil, probably body oil, because it was smelling really fucking good. I didn't want to let this man go, okay? Mind you, he was tall as fuck. Like, my fucking head is like dead ass in the dead center of his chest because he just so fucking tall. And I'm like, damn, you smell good. He like, look, you want to find out what I got on? Come upstairs. I'm like, okay, cool. So we go upstairs to his apartment. It's like a studio. Like, it's like this big ass living room that he done made into a bedroom, kitchen, and then he had a bathroom to the left, like all the way down. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, damn, what you got on? He ended up showing me the bottle, blah, blah, whatever. He got Rick and Morty on the TV. We started talking about Rick and Morty. I'm like, you like Rick and Morty? He like, hell yeah, I love Rick and Morty. You like Rick and Morty? I'm like, fuck, like, I love Rick and Morty. That's my shit.
Pickle Rick!
He was super bold and, like, straight to the point over the phone. But in person, like, this motherfucker is super shy. Like, he blushing and shit, laughing at all my jokes. And, like, I could really see it because, like, you know, he's super fucking light-skinned. So I could tell he nervous and shy. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and break the motherfucking ice because we've been sitting here talking about Rick and Morty for, like, 10 minutes. Like, let's get to it. So, y'all, I reach over and grab the dick. He like, oh, shit. I'm like, yeah, like, what this do? You know, he look at me. He like, shit, we finna see. So we started kissing. You know, I'm rubbing that motherfucker. It's getting big. It's getting big. Mind you, we had already sent each other news. So in the picture, I'm like, okay, he probably like a good 7 inches. Bitch, I finally pull the motherfucking pins down. The picture lied. That motherfucker was like 8 inches. I'm like, damn, like, it's an inch bigger than what I really expected. Like, it's way bigger in person. But okay, we can handle this. We can try to handle this. Cool. So I started sucking his dick, you know, dick got a nice little bush to it. I'm like, okay, cute, because y'all know I love me a bush. Okay. Little brown, little bush. And he looking down at me, I'm looking up at him. Like, the eye contact was everything. It was like, wow. You know, nice set of balls. Not too big, but not too small. Like, it was like a little nice set of balls that you could, like, hold in your hand. Mind you, I got small hands, so I guess it wasn't that big. But it was big enough for me, okay? So, sucking his dick, then, you know, he pulled me off, you know, started giving me some head. Eye contact still motherfucking strong. And he's actually good at it. I'm like, damn, like, you really know how to suck dick. But, like, I kind of had to stand up because he was so fucking tall to give me some head. I'm like, damn. So I'm over here standing up while he giving me some gog. And even still, like, while he's giving me head, like, he's kind of hunched over giving me head. I'm like, damn. This motherfucker is tall, or am I just short? Because what the fuck? So he pulls out 2 condoms. I'm like, okay, like, you want me to fuck you first or you want to fuck me first? He like, look, I'll fuck you first and then you fuck me after. I'm like, okay, cool. So, y'all, you start eating me out. He eating me out. It's decent. I want to say this man eat me out for like 3 minutes. Like, it was a little quick little munch. And then, you know, he trying to stick it in. I'm like, hold on. You got some lube? He like, oh, yeah, hold on. Give me a second. He started rummaging through, like, this little string bag. Then he pull out some Astroglide. I'm like, okay, like, I thought he was going to pull out some Vaseline. I was about to call this shit off. Because if he would have pulled out some Vaseline or some lotion, I would have been like, no. Because that is not lube, okay? I don't know why motherfuckers be doing that. If you don't got lube, I am not fucking you. I'm not doing it.
I said what I said.
As
and
always.
I'm not changing on it, okay? I said what I said. It ain't changing over.
So, you know, he started lubing me up and then fingering me. But it was a little painful because I'm like, he has some long-ass, bony-ass fingers. I'm like, God damn. Like, oh, then he tried to stick it in too. I'm like, I'm like, just try to put it in. He tried to put it in. He put the tip in. I'm like, whoa. That motherfucker is powerful. Hold on. Let me cool off because, you know, now my booty hole is on fire. I'm like, ooh, okay, you know, he pull out, put it back in. Now he's like halfway in. I'm like, it hurts still. Take that motherfucker back out. He take it back out. Then he put it back in. Now he deep in. Okay, he deep. I'm like, he's all the way in. I'm like, hold on, let me breathe. Just keep it right there. Okay, just keep it right there. Let me breathe. He laughing because he think this shit funny. But I was like dead ass serious. I'm like, this shit is a lot. Okay, like, oh my God. Because I'll be bottoming often. Like, so when I do bottom, it's like, it takes time to get up in there. He waited about 30 seconds and then, he started stroking me, telling me how tight I am and how wet it is. I'm like, oh, thank you. Now I'm feeling good. I feel like the compliments was empowering me because, he was very verbal. I'm like, oh shit, like, now I'm starting to throw it back because I'm like, okay, shit, you giving me some power. We slamming into each other for a good, 3 minutes, y'all. And then, he pull out, rip off the condom, threw it on my back, and then started nutting on my back too. I'm like, damn, that was quick, but it was quick that I liked how quick it was because I really don't like bottoming like that. Well, at least back then I didn't really like bottoming like that. So when he nutted quick, I was like, yes, awesome. So he slumps on the bed. I stand up. I'm like, oh shit, you got a towel? Because you ain't getting no towel up here or nothing. He like, oh shit, let me get you a towel. He go in the bathroom, come back out with a towel. He started cleaning me off. I'm like, okay, cool. After I get done cleaning my back off, because, it was still something on me. He cleaned me off a little bit, but I kind of, did the rest. I put the towel down on the side that we didn't, put the nut on the bed. I'm like, okay, how you want to do this? What position you want to? He like, oh, I don't bottom. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, I'm a top. I'm like, what you mean you a top? I thought you said you was a verse. Not only did you say you was a motherfucking verse top on your motherfucking bio, but when we was conversating and texting, you was telling me how you was a motherfucking verse and how we was gonna do this, flip flop like this, all types of shit. And now that we in an act, or we about to be in an act, you talking about you don't bottom? Okay, whatever. So I'm like, I'm finna go use your bathroom, I gotta pee. He like, okay, cool. So he could tell I got a little attitude because I do got an attitude because I'm mad as fuck. Because I'm like, you fucking lied to me. You had me think all this time that you was a verse top, but still a fucking verse. Now that it's time for you to bottom, all of a sudden you don't bottom no more. You just a top. You no longer a verse. Whatever. I'm not even tripping because he cute. So I'm kind of letting it slide, but whatever. And I'm peeing, I sit down sometimes when I pee because when I'm tired, bitch, I was exhausted. Because, the dick had me a little tired. Even though it's some quick dick, I'm like, shit, I can't really stand up and pee. He got my legs weak. So I sit on the toilet, I'm peeing. Bitch, I look over to my motherfucking left. And tell me why it's the motherfucking douche on the sink.
If 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And 5 plus 5 is 10, okay. What the fuck is this?
I'm like, hold on, because when we was talking, he was telling me how he was only fuck with me. So this can't be anybody else's douche. Plus, why would you just have someone else's douche just on your counter? Unless some shit happened, today or yesterday, but whatever. So, I get done peeing, wash my hands, I go back in the motherfucking living room / his bedroom. And then, I'm like, so, are you fucking with anybody else? Or are you just fucking with me? You can be honest, because you don't gotta lie, we single. He like, oh, no, I only fuck with you. I haven't fucked with anybody else since... He was talking about, what that motherfucker said? I think he said, 2 months. I'm like, okay, damn, that's a long time. Cool. But I'm like, then who douches that in the bathroom? Because, like you said, you a top. That's when, he looked at me all bucked, and he was like, honestly, you want me to be honest with you? Yes, that's my douche, but I just don't bottom for people who are shorter than me. It's weird. And I was just like...
Okay.
All the pride and confidence that I had walking in, it literally just dissipated in that moment. I was low-key hurt. when he was telling me this and telling me how he just don't like shorter dudes topping him, like he don't like short dudes fuck him, like it's weird and shit like that, I look he wanted to cry. Cause I was like, damn, like I really like this boy, so I kind of had like a mini crush on him, but it wasn't like a crush. It was like a really strong fucking like. And as he was saying this, I'm just like,
so,
wow. Okay, you know, it's fine, you know, I understand, but in my motherfucking head, I'm like, you know what, fuck this nigga, like, I'm not even that motherfucking short. I'm like, I'm 5', well, at the time, I was like 5'6", 5'7", with shoes. I'm like, I'm not even that motherfucking little. But whatever, so we start talking again about fucking Rick and Morty, because Rick and Morty is still playing. Rick and Morty has been playing this entire fucking time. I'm like, goddamn. Like, he was still on, like, fucking season 3. I'm like, damn, you talking about you love Rick and Morty. Why we on season 3? But whatever. So, about 10 minutes go by, and I'm like, okay, you know, are you going to give me another Uber to go home? He's like, oh, you ready to go home? Like, I thought you were going to spend the night. I would have spent the night if he would have let me fuck. But I was like, no, you know, I got to do this in the morning, blah, blah, blah. He like, okay, cool. My Uber show up in, like, 5 minutes. That Uber was quick. I hurry up and get dressed. He give me like a kiss, and then I leave. And I was just like, in the crowd texting him, I'm like, look, I can't continue to fuck with you, because like, I feel like that's petty as fuck. How you're not gonna let me top you because I'm short. Which I feel like I'm not even that short. I feel like I'm average. A lot of people think I'm short, but I feel like I'm average. 5'6" is average. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But y'all, like, when I finally got home, I kind of like cried in the shower. Because I was really hurt. I was like, wow, like, this man lied to me and then kind of like hurt my motherfucking feelings. Because like, being short was already an insecurity of mine. And then now that he said that shit made me really like feel some type of way about my motherfucking height. Even though like now, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I love my height. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I might be short to some people. I think I'm average, whatever. But I'm confident in my height now. Like, shit, I can get into small spaces, do other shit. You know, I might not be able to reach shit all the time, but we got chairs and stepping stools, so it is what it is. So I'm confident in my height now, but at the time, like, that shit made my insecurity even bigger. So, you know, eventually I just blocked him. I'm like, look, I don't want to keep talking to you because that was kind of foul. So that will conclude this story time. If you made it through this whole story time, I love you. And more of the motherfucking story, don't let these niggas play on your insecurities. Like, you find this fuck how you is. Don't feel like you gotta change for nobody. If they don't accept you for all who you are or like all about you, they just not the motherfucking one. So without further ado, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I'll catch you, okay, on another Prime Time.